Fellow managers, I'm almost caught up to where the rest of you are, so this will be the last time I claim the new player title, because let's face it, you are not going to accept it when I reach Kanto 8. However, I just got through the nocturnal sweeping Intervallo, and I think my first impressions are going to surprise you. I went in kind of expecting the same unfocused mess as the last Intervallo, which, no, this time the story locked into one easy to follow tale. One night in the backstreets. So, in my opinion, this is what nocturnal sweeping did right, what it did wrong, and everything in between. So for both of our sanities and for brevity, yes, I did think that the last Intervallo tried to cram too much stuff into one small space. They weren't able to focus on much of the stories that they were wanting to tell, and as such, to me, it diluted too much of what they were trying to tell in the previous Intervallo. However, nocturnal sweeping does not do this. They follow one story. We enter the nest. Yeah, there's some little shenanigans here and there. But once we enter the nest, everything is just streamlined. We're trying to make it through the city. The whole purpose of this one is to get 𝐸𝐸 to his family estate for the family hierarchy evaluation. Now, mind you, that's stepping into the future, so let's stick with where we're at. Right off the bat, a couple of fan favorites in Pilot and 𝐸𝐨𝐷 return, and everyone is feeling great. The sinners feel good to see 𝐸𝐸. Pilot seems to be stepping up into his position and gets us a lovely guide to get us through the city safely. But not before 𝐸𝐸 gets to show us off some of his great skills in a one-on-one duel with a member of totally not Kung Fu Hustle's Axe Gang. Managers, seriously, before we even saw the weapons these guys were using, I made the Kung Fu Hustle joke. Like, let's just say that me being able to predict what's happening in these Intervallos has not lessened in any sense of the word. Like, not only did I predict this, but I also predicted that Mr. King Tao was probably going to betray us from the second we met him. He's got that sniveling, definitely not the mole or the rat guy vibe to him the second we run into him. The only person more obvious was back in Kanto 7. Honestly, guys, the characters in this particular Intervallo were probably some of the best that they've introduced in a long time. And they introduced so many of them in so many different factions. Not only did I get to learn that my 𝐓𝐡𝐢 team actually is comprised of multiple different factions of 𝐓𝐡𝐢s, but we got to learn more about each faction. We got the cock 𝐓𝐡𝐢s, we've got the silent 𝐓𝐡𝐢s, we've got the serpent 𝐓𝐡𝐢s. Like, there's so many awesome 𝐓𝐡𝐢s that we learn about this. Do not drink every time I say 𝐓𝐡𝐢 in this video, because I don't want to be held liable for what might happen to you guys. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to mention what I think is everyone's favorite 𝐓𝐡𝐢 and who might be replacing a few people's Ryoshu fetish with 𝐸𝐸u. Honestly, the reaction I got when she appeared on stream was just like so night and day. So I think you guys, and even me included from what I've seen so far, I think she'll get better in Kanto 8. But again, we're not there yet. From what I've seen so far, she is kind of a badass character. For once, us voicing the characters didn't kill the new ones, which I think helped with how much I actually enjoyed this Intervallo. I could sit here all day and bring up characters that even you guys probably won't remember, like Shan-san from the Triax office, but let's only mention the ones that I really enjoyed. 𝐸𝐴Q, probably mispronounced that, but I'm not Chinese, so was badass, and he was just emanating awesomeness. I'll stop glazing him in a minute, but this guy definitely feels like he is going to be a problem in the future. I mean, he's got an awesome entourage in Xingong and Zilu, and immediately when he shows up, his decapitating the most obnoxious fuck stick in this Intervallo was just mwah, chef's kiss to his appearance. Alright guys, moving on from 𝐓𝐡𝐢, for those of you who are drinking one last one for the road, we go back to some reoccurring characters, and I was kind of getting bored with some of the story, and then that awesome music that everyone loves started to play, and I go, wait, that sounds familiar, as Ricardo shows up with a new friend, Mr. Werner. And quickly everything starts to fall into place as we realize he has been chasing us this whole time. But we also realize that we have gotten strong enough to actually compete with him. And that show of our increase in power, without telling us that much, just kind of hinting at it in the last Intervallo, was so brilliant in how they brought him back as a measuring stick for our growth. The funny thing is they didn't even hype Ricardo coming back. Like, there was no, hey, we've heard you're being followed by some criminal organization. The audience wasn't even saying anything when I was streaming. It was just the music plays, there's Ricardo, and he starts beating the crap out of a 𝐓𝐡𝐢𝐬. Oh, I lied, sorry. And Mr. Fuckstick himself. Something else that this Intervallo did so well was it set us up for the next Canto. We didn't get too much of 𝐜𝐸's backstory. We got just enough to tease at what was about to happen. And it was great, because I'm already in Canto 8 as of the writing of this particular script, and just the small bits that it gave us to lead into what was going to happen were amazing. Something I think it could have done a little bit better was the alliance with 𝐸𝐴𝐺𝐿. Like, they kind of just did it and then immediately absolved it. It was kind of a bit funny, but at the same time, I felt like it could have been as soon as we met her in the hotel, we made the alliance, and then we're forced to break it at the end. It would have given us half of the time. It would have explained why she was fighting with us so much with Ricardo. It would have explained why she was helping us against the sweepers. Instead, it was just kind of, well, I trust you not to kill me here, so let's ally now, and then after that, then let's form a formal alliance. Nope, fuck you. Limbus Company wants you to put your name in, 𝐜𝐸. But I mean, any excuse for Limbus Company to put a little bit more 𝐸𝐴 in there, I'm not going to complain about. She's definitely on my list. The twist that the hostel that we were staying in was actually made out of ink and just in the middle of the road was really quite ingenious. I mean, I knew something was going to happen to make it so we can get jumped, but at the same time, I didn't think it was going to be ink building. To bring back something that I didn't quite mention in the Canto 7 video or in the last Intervallo video is the horror aspect that this game has, that everyone seems to forget exists in a Project Moon game because you're all desensitized to it. And that would be two parts in this one. One, slow, creeping dread of knowing that an assassin is coming for you. Could just appear through your wall and go for the head. And if that one doesn't get you, because I mean, let's face it, the movie Ninja Assassin was cool, but it wasn't really scary. Technically, Terminator falls under horror, sci-fi horror, but still horror. And I would say that the sweepers coming to push everything aside and a never-ending wave like the 𝐜𝐨𝐧 would be something that I would consider horrifying from this Intervallo. Now, don't horrify me and actually like this video and subscribe to the channel so you can see me finish this story out and continue by traveling back to library shortly after I'm done actually finishing with Limbus Company. Something that Nocturnal Sweeping did way better than the last Intervallo, at least in my opinion, was the music design. For some reason, that Asian hip-hop blend seems to work very well in Limbus Company, way more so than it did where it seemed to be pandering in something like Assassin's Creed Shadows. And because I haven't brought it up yet, what was the new technology? Well, we're in a mega city that can just boot you off. Unlike Time Killing Time, where time was literally money, here, your money is worth the space that you have to live. If you're not worth enough, your space no longer exists and they eject you from the city essentially. So I return back to what did Nocturnal Sweeping do right? And basically everything previous to this point is what I'd say this Intervallo did right. So what did it do wrong? Well, a few of the jokes were way too predictable, other than the Heathcliff having the knife in the back of his head thing. That was fucking hilarious. No, not yet anyway.
By me, so that's what this funny itch in the back of my head.
The obvious betrayal was way too damn obvious. I don't think it's just that I'm getting better at this. I think everyone could see that King Tao was going to betray us. So I don't think it's a me thing. I think it's an everyone thing. Let me know in the comment section below if it truly tricked you when you were doing this Intervallo. But other than that, there wasn't much wrong with this Intervallo, and there wasn't much in between. It either did things amazingly, or it did a few things that I would have, worked on a little bit. And guys, that's it. That's Nocturnal Sweeping. I know I didn't mention every character that was in here because they weren't as memorable as the ones that I did mention. I know I probably left out a couple small details here and there, like I didn't mention the song that's being sung in the back streets the entire time, which has more relevance for, say, the next canto. But it was pretty much a really well-rounded, well-put-together, decently told story for Nocturnal Sweeping. Well, guys, if you liked the video and would like to be a bigger part of the community, I do have a Discord. I know that I don't actually say this very often, but after you like the video, if you're on your phone, you have the option to hype a video, which pushes it out to the algorithm a little bit more. So go ahead and try that for us. I want to see if that actually helps my videos grow a little bit. And remember, guys, like always, be good to each other. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.